What's up, guys? It's your boy, Coach One Stack. Back at it, being at our best. We building this team of self-deep thinking. I hope you guys miss me, because I definitely miss you guys. Hey, I hope you guys know, man, I look at everybody on here as family. That's why I don't edit no videos. That's why I don't get dressed up for these videos. I just drop y'all this news you can use about some real topics and things that are really affecting our culture right now. And one of those big things are mental health and mental illness, guys. Man, that stuff is real, and a lot of these men, man, you don't want to talk about it, but it affects like 1 in 5 people. Mental health and mental illness, we putting it along the same lines. And guys, let me tell you, idle mind is the devil's playground. And these are the reasons why we're having a lot of mental health issues these days. See, with you younger generation, you didn't come up during a time where we had to go out and associate with our friends and be amongst our peers and, see who could ride the bike the fastest, see who ran the fastest, see who was the strongest, see who could throw rocks. That competition, especially amongst men, in order to be able to grow and be the best version of yourself, we as men, we compete. Now, with you guys sitting inside in that 20-some-year-old bracket, you guys learn how to stay in the house and sit on a video game, and that affects your mental health and mental wellness in a huge way, because it doesn't give you time to grow, and it leaves you with such an idle mind. Now, see, what you mean by the idle mind, Coach One Stack? What you talking about? Man, see, I have a lot of consultations with you people, and a lot of you cannot get out of your own head. A lot of you already know what to do. You already know what it is you should be doing. You know how to do it. A lot of you even have a plan on what you're going to do and when you should do it, but you're scared to execute it, and I'm going to tell you why. Because you're dealing with mental illness. You're dealing with mental health issues. Now, when I say that, guys, that's not a negative thing. I'm not dogging nobody out, because I deal with mental health issues from time to time. I deal with anxiety and depression from time to time, which are mental health issues. Now, with staying out your own head, guys, that's why it's important to have a hobby. This is why I tell you constantly to get up at 3 in the morning, to get up and start reading, right? To get up and get these morning affirmations, to get that gym in. Guys, I'm trying to keep your mind occupied, because like I said, idle mind is the devil's playground. See, so for those of you guys who have so much time on your hands and you're really sitting around not doing anything, man, your mind is starting to play tricks on you. See, it starts wondering, man, where you should be in life. You might start looking around at other people's, trying to compare your life to theirs, saying, I'm this old and they're doing this and I'm not doing it. Okay, you might even just have so much time on your hands that you start, looking at women in a different way. How come I can't get this one? Or how come I can't get this car? Why am I not dressed like this? You got way too much time to think. See, that's why we have 24 hours in a day, because you should be using this time to upgrade your life, to become the best version of you. Because see, the running back and forth in your mind, man, that causes mental illness to its fullest. But I don't want you to just be down on yourself because you deal with this. It's something very common that a lot of people deal with it, especially men, and that's why there's nothing wrong with seeking a therapist to go talk to, or a best friend, a life coach, or somebody to get this stuff out. But now what we have to do over here at Coach One Stack's channel, we got to find a way for you to use your time. So see, now what I want some of you guys to do, when you find yourself sitting around the house, or you could just be sitting anywhere, you got all this time on your hand, pick up a book and read it. If you're tired of reading, man, get that on the ground, get you some push-ups. I need you to keep that mind occupied. Get yourself a nice vision board, so you can envision the things that you want to do, the places that you want to be, the places you would even like to travel. So that way you have something to look at and occupy your mind 24/7 instead of just letting it go stagnant. See, guys, I told you, physics, Darwin's theory of evolution said that everything must evolve. Everything must evolve, including your brain. See, this is why you must be constantly growing. You must be constantly studying, becoming the best version of you, so you don't have all this time to think about your flaws. When you have this time, so much time on your hand, most of you guys, what you're going to do is you're going to think about what you used to do. You're going to think about all the bad stuff you went through. You're going to think about all the negative choices you made. You're going to think about the bad relationships that you had. And guys, to be honest with you, none of that stuff even matters anymore. Coach One Stack, man, love leaving y'all this this content raw, uncut. I don't edit anything. If I stutter, it just is what it is, because to me, it's just a real, this is therapeutic when I do this. You know, I'm not doing this for the bag. I ain't doing it for none of that. I just want to give you guys some uncut game and knowledge, so you ain't out here looking lame and you could be on top of your stuff. You know what I mean? But first you have to admit that you have a problem. And that's the problem with most men, especially us men. We don't want to sit back and tell anybody, hey, I'm having a problem. Hey, you know what? I need somebody to talk to. Hey, I have stuff on my mind and I really need to get it out. Guys, it's okay, man. It's okay to cry. It's okay to let it out. You know, it's okay to walk up to a perfect stranger and let them know your story and let them know your testimony. Because believe it or not, it's a perfect stranger out there that needs to hear what you have to say. Guys, it's a perfect stranger out there, just like you. A lot of you guys are perfect strangers to me. You need to hear what it is that I have to say. And guys, that story can help somebody and help with your mental wellness, believe it or not. See, but here's some other things that will mess up your mental wellness. You know, dealing with other people's problems. This is why I tell you in the morning, guys, stay off this phone. You wake up in the morning, you're looking at Facebook and you're looking at all these different social media outlets, and guys, it's dragging your day down. See, before you even got your day started, you have looked at 20 other people's problems that you don't even know. And believe it or not, when you're an empath, somebody like me, and you soak up other people's problems, that stuff can be very detrimental to your health and your mental. So you got to protect your mental at all times, even in relationships. Guys, that's why it's so important. You know, you're gonna disagree even in relationships, but you don't have to argue. Meaning when you're not gonna see eye to eye with everybody you deal with. That's okay. But what matters is how fast you get over it. Because when you going days and weeks and hours and you walking past each other and you're not even talking to each other and you're not resolving these problems, guys, that's playing on your mental in a big way. And most of the time, it's I would say 99% of the time, it's really due to a lack of communication. Guys, many of wars have been started due to a lack of communication. Case in point, how many times have you seen people sit around and say, you know, I bet he feel like this, or I bet it's like this, or I bet she gonna do this. Well, you don't have to bet if you ask. See, you're playing a game with your mind that you don't even have to do. When you could just ask these questions and be direct and get to the point, now you have some understanding about whatever situation you're going through, guys. That mental is, I cannot reiterate how much this mental health is important these days, especially because a lot of you guys out there are lacking and you don't realize it. So I'm gonna have more videos like this to come. Because like I said, I wanted to stay raw. I wanted to be raw. Yeah, we will start back live on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Got the new laptop, got everything popping like I'm supposed to. But yeah, back to this mental health, man. You know, occupy yourself when you find yourself getting down. When you start thinking about the loved ones that you lost and the people that are missing out of your life that have went to the upper room or with our Father, guys, get down there and get you some burpees in. Get down there and get you some push-ups in. Man, get you a piece of paper and write. I keep this pad of paper with me everywhere I go, because I write my thoughts into it. Start doing it. Get yourself a journal. Get in your phone and just start taking you some notes or read the Bible. Guys, occupy your time so you're not messing up your mental. See, this is another way that you also fight Alzheimer's, which is a whole nother video, because a lot of y'all too young for that, is by keeping your mental sharp, doing word searches, crossword puzzles, things like that. Always staying sharp. See, it's not about what you do, it's how you do it. Because at the end of the day, if this right here ain't clicking on all cylinders, guys, you're not being the best version of yourself. You're not at your best because your mental is not right. And guys, I don't want you to be embarrassed. I keep saying mental health, mental illness, we're just gonna call it mental from now on. It does not mean you're crazy. It does not mean that you have to be locked up in a room. It doesn't mean that your mind is playing tricks on you. It just means that you need to stay out of your mind, right? Let God enter your mind. Learn how to be quiet and absorb everything around you, guys, and just be a sponge. And I promise you that mental health will not only get better, it will go through the roof, and you will get to a point to where nothing really bothers you. You know, I couldn't tell you the last time I got mad, because I know that everything is a choice. See, when it boils down to it, even with your mental, guys, there's always a choice. You know, it could be your significant other, it could be your boss. They could come and do some lame stuff to you right this second. Guys, it is your choice, believe it or not. It is your choice whether you get mad, whether you cuss them out, whether you cry, whether you just don't pay no attention. Because at the end of the day, let me tell you, the people that you are beefing with the most about this mental and the things that you're not letting go of, guys, these people, they're not even thinking about you. They're not even thinking about this subject. That's called somebody taking up space in your head and they're not paying you any rent. Can you dig it? Guard your mental at all costs. You deserve it. You deserve better than that. You deserve the best. But guys, I can keep telling you this all day long. All my videos are the same. I'm pounding this in your head all day long about how strong your mental is, how blessed you are, how much of a king you are, how much of a queen you are. But at the end of the day, you have to know it. You have to believe it. You have to eat this stuff. You have to breathe this stuff, guys. And when you have that mental sharp, guess what? Everything else will seem to just fall in your lap because you're vibrating on such a high level, on such a high frequency that you're enlightened. You understand what I'm saying? If you haven't seen the vibrational chart, man, maybe I need to show it to you. When you are vibrating, man, you got that mental right. You are vibrating on such a high level that, man, it's like you could meet 100 people that you never met before and just bond instantly. But then the low vibrational people, you know, with the sorrow, the self-pity, the woe is me, the depression, God, that's low vibrational people, and that's what the enemy wants. That's what the devil wants. You're never going to quite get along with them, and that's going to always mess with your mental. Guys, even who you decide to put yourself around, you know, I always say this, and not to be cocky, but guys, it's a privilege to have my time. It is a privilege to have my conversation. It is a privilege to even just deal with me, period. Why? Because I'm the ish. I know I am. And because my mental sharp. See, if you walk into my life, if you were to meet me, or even if you look at this video, if you have a consultation with me, if you talk to me, I promise you that before you leave, you're gonna leave much better than you was before we interacted. Because of that mental, it's all about perspective and how we look at things. Guys, so what I need you to do, stop beating yourself up, because we are our own worst critic. We are our own worst critic, always talking about what we did, our bad relationships, what we can't let go of. Guys, we got to stop doing that, first and foremost. Second, stay away from people that are always trying to remind you of who you used to be. Guys, we all fall short of the glory of God. I know I have and might fall again, and I know you have too, but that's why God gives us grace. So give yourself grace. That's something else that's going to help with your mental. Guys, occupy that free time. See, occupy that free time. I don't care if you got 2 hours of free time. Guys, don't spend it playing a video game, because you're not going to get anything from that video game but being lame. It's not going to up your IQ. It's not going to put money in your pockets. It's not going to take your thinking to another level. No, it's going to have you vibrating on such a high level, on such a low level with other people that are just like you. Instead, put yourself through some intentional suffering, like getting up at 3 a.m. Put yourself through some intentional suffering, like getting up and making sure you read that Bible, or you read one of your favorite self-help books. Put yourself through some intentional suffering of making sure you get at least 100 burpees done every morning, and then work out. Guys, you will find that not only is your mental stronger, man, your insides are stronger, your outsides are stronger, and you looking good. Man, you got this glow about you that people can't explain. They're just drawn to you like a flame because your mental is so sharp. And guess what? All the petty stuff will never bother you. Can you dig it? Because you're an elephant. And I'll tell y'all about that, what an elephant is, in a whole nother video. But man, Coach One Stack, love you, man. I missed you. I ain't never going nowhere. I ain't never losing the passion for making no video. I just want to make them better for you guys. That's why I had to get another laptop and learn how to use this different software, because I want to be coming at y'all with my best. If I can't give you my best, I don't want to give you the rest. Can you dig it? It's like laying down and making love to a woman. If I can't give her the best, man, I'm not going to give her the rest. So that means we got to sit back and wait for the test. And plus, I know y'all miss me anyway. So y'all have a blessed day. And you already know what you're supposed to do. Man, like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, man, because I'm dropping videos like 90 going north out here. And shout out to my subscribers, man. My man Ace for showing me to even putting in my head to go get that new updated laptop and get this software so I can really bring y'all this news you can use. My man Dre, my man Harron, my man Aaron Harrington out there with my rapping, man. I love all of y'all, man, but keep that mental and protect that mental at all costs because you deserve it and because One Stack says so, and God love you and he love you for it, man. Y'all have a beautiful day. Church.